Okay, Frost, you're in the yard. How's Rocket Man look? We're getting shots of him now, and he's up on his toes. He's put on 6 kilos from his last Singapore run, I'm assuming, 485 kilos. And he looks the goods, certainly on TV.
Yeah, he looks the goods down here in flesh too. He looks a treat in the yard. And as you'd always expect, he's always turned out in beautiful condition from the Patrick Shaw stable. And he looks like he's come back from his trip in Japan without too many problems at all.
Okay, Dictator, who's certainly proven on the poly track. This is a big test coming up, of course, against some of our... well, coming up against Rocket Man, but no, I think from a second, third, fourth perspective, he has to be considered. We know the stable of Freeman Yard is lying, and his recent third to Powerful Tree. He was having a look at that video again, Frost. He really was closing in.
Yeah, he was, and you know, he goes well on this surface. This is his right sort of track. Probably 1,200 metres at this level is as far as he wants it, but 55 kilos and Vlad Jurek to ride, I think you've got to consider him. When he was up in his toughest race at Group 3 level 2 starts ago, his run was okay, but didn't quite measure up. So it's a little bit of a question mark on him at this level against such a crack field with the 55 kilos. But, you know, I thought maybe, you know, third or fourth for him. I'm going to put him in for third just for his good... because of his good polytrack record, Dictator.
Obviously the one on top. Who runs second? And yeah, I'm with Frosty Merchant. I think he's a standout for second. 6, Dictator, the poly specialist, for third. And I like Matty's call on Dictator. I've thrown him in for fourth. And if you wanted a little bit of fun at odds for the forecast, you could couple him with the Rocket as well.
German prices, as Larry would say.
Yes, and looking for the speed of the race, and it was trying to look for something that might go up and put a bit of pressure on Rocket Man, but there's actually not a lot of speed. Rocket Man is the speed. He's got to come across from barrier number 8. I thought maybe Dictator might be the horse that races up there with him, but most of the horses are sort of get back or sort of midfield to hand in. They don't have quite the same speed of Rocket Man, so he should get across pretty comfortably, I would say, from barrier number 8, take up control, and then just let him rip in the home straight. But probably Dictator, who's drawn on his outside, he might come across with him, might be enough speed to sort of go with him. But usually we have seen on a couple of occasions, anything that tries to take him on, that usually sort of ruins their chances and they finish down the track. So
now there's a little bit of money for Dictator, isn't it? 9.24, Andrew. 9.24 for Dictator. So the syndicate money, the Lansdowne.
Talk about the place dividends. Our second favourite on the placings is we've got Merchant at $11 for the place. And numbers, what's the 6? We've got Dictator. He's been thought of for the placings.
Yes, well, as I said, he's a poly horse. I was talking to Mr. Lansdowne before the race. He said he's drawn wide. That's good. He'll just get a nice little trail into it. And obviously he's going to hit the line okay. But and also with Matt's horse, number 9, Dictator, $16. So you know, it's paying 1, 2, 3, so you can have a bit of fun with the places.
Moving in for the running of the Kranji Stakes A, race number 9. And Salam Dubai about to go forward. He competed in the Chris Lara in 2008 here in Singapore under the banner of the UAE. Since has been racing in Malaysia. Now Merchant coming up towards the gates. Rocket Man out of the lineup. Amadeus Mozart to come in. So Merchant for Joe Moreira, who celebrated victory on Super Easy in the EW Barker about a half hour ago. Takes Merchant into the gates. So only Amadeus Mozart and Rocket Man to come in. Rocket Man has drawn the second to the outside. Dictator's in 9. Almost 4 million in the win pool. Most of it on Rocket Man. Just about ready to go. This is race number 9. Rocket Man en route to Hong Kong. They're racing. Rocket Man away safely out wide, and Vorstra allows him to sprint up with the lead. Dictator into second. Amadeus Mozart. Salam Dubai being pumped along. Cheyenne Dancer down on the inside ahead of Merchant. Next of all is Fantastic Owners. Then came Capablanca caught out wide, and last of all is Dictator. Off the back straight they come at around about the 850 metres mark, and Rocket Man shows the way. Dictator travelling fairly keen to the outside. Salam Dubai's got up to third over on the fence ahead of Amadeus Amadeus Mozart, Cheyenne Dancer. Fantastic owners around the outside. Merchant improving. Next of all then is Dictator, well back with Capablanca. Rocket Man the leader as they come to the bend. 500 metres to go. He's out a length and a half. Dictator's now under pressure. Salam Dubai is staying on okay. They were followed by Amadeus Mozart. Fantastic owners. And Merchant begins to hit his stride and run on nicely between them. But Rocket Man at the 300 metres mark. He's out by 3 or 4 lengths over Merchant, running on strongly. Then came Dictator. Capablanca runs into it, followed by Fantastic owners and Amadeus Mozart. Forster had to get into Rocket Man. He's clear over Merchant, running on strongly, but Rocket Man's going to be too good again. Rocket Man by 2 lengths over Merchant, who's run a blinder. Third's tight, Dictator or Capablanca, followed by Amadeus Mozart, Dictator. Next in was Fantastic owners and Salam Dubai with Cheyenne Dancer, the last pair in. Stand by after the running of race number 9. Time will be interesting. He's been well and truly tested here, Rocket Man, not by other horses, but by his rider, Barham Forster. Traditionally, when they travel with Rocket Man, they like to get all the fitness into him before they go away, and then just freshen him up to a degree when he gets to his destination. And with Hong Kong only a month away, that was a nice little pipe opener. As I say, Forster had to shake him up a little bit. But he had a good one chasing Merchant, who's pretty strong at the end of his races, but Rocket Man just too good. He's certainly in another world. 1, 4 and a photo. Dictator stayed on well. He sat outside of Rocket Man. Normally horses sit outside of Rocket Man run last, but he stayed on and he's in a photo for third and he gets third. So a very big run by Dictator.
We picked them up on trackers. Sitting off the rail, there's Salam Dubai back on the fence. Dictator outside Rocket Man. And then we had Merchant, who came through, ran a terrific race. Capablanca, Amadeus Mozart, even Fantastic owners coming down the outside. Dictator got a long way back. Never really got into it, although he did get to the post well. But Rocket Man, at this stage, I thought he was going to win by 4 or 5. And Merchant taking ground. We've seen Merchant run good races before behind Better Than Ever.
Rocket Man moved to Hong Kong. They're racing. Rocket Man away safely out wide, and Forster allows him to sprint up with the lead. Dictator into second. Amadeus Mozart. Salam Dubai being pumped along. Cheyenne Dancer down on the inside ahead of Merchant. Next of all is Fantastic owners. Then came Capablanca, caught out wide, and last of all is Dictator. Off the back straight they come at around about the 850 metres mark, and Rocket Man shows the way. Dictator travelling fairly keen to the outside. Salam Dubai's got up to third over on the fence ahead of Amadeus Mozart, Cheyenne Dancer. Fantastic owners around the outside. Merchant improving. Next of all then is Dictator, well back with Capablanca. Rocket Man the leader as they come to the bend. 500 metres to go. He's out a length and a half. Dictator's now under pressure. Salam Dubai is staying on okay. They were followed by Amadeus Mozart, Fantastic owners, and Merchant begins to hit his stride and run on nicely between them. But Rocket Man at the 300 metres mark. He's out by 3 or 4 lengths over Merchant, running on strongly. Then came Dictator. Capablanca runs into it, followed by Fantastic owners and Amadeus Mozart. Forster had to get into Rocket Man. He's clear over Merchant, running on strongly, but Rocket Man's going to be too good again. Rocket Man by 2 lengths over Merchant, who's run a blinder. Third's tight, Dictator or Capablanca, followed by Amadeus Mozart, Dictator. Next in was Fantastic owners and Salam Dubai with Cheyenne Dancer, the last pair in.
All clear is there. 1, 4, 6 and a 2. 2 lengths by 2.5. 1:11.34 was the time. What we might do, we'll get the team to perhaps show that Rocket Man footage, and maybe they'll cut it up and just have a look at the 800 metre mark where he does take that big leap, Rocket Man. So we'll make sure we get that for you. Rocket Man Forster 5.3 and 5.1. Merchant Joe Maria 9, Dictator Vlad Jurek 15, and Capablanca John Powell. Forecast there 1 and 4, 5. Place forecast 1 and 4, 4, 1 and 6, 5, 4 and 6, 6. The Tierce 1, 4, 6, 11. Trio 1, 4, 6, 7. Quartet 1, 4, 6, 2, 43. And the Quadro 1, 2, 4 and 6 at 13. So 1, 4, 6, 2. All clear is there. And it's Forster, Rocket Man and Shaw at 5.3 and 5.1. The last I looked at the win pool, it was up to, or near enough to 4 million. And it was Rocket Man defeating Merchant, Dictator, Capablanca, Amadeus Mozart, Dictator, Fantastic owner, Salam Dubai, down from Malaysia, running 8th, and a Cheyenne Dancer ran last. And it was a battle for third. Dictator ran a terrific race, and Capablanca did a good job as well.